Peace, love, and light, Aries, and welcome to your general love reading. If you're new here, my name is Ty, and I'm super happy to have you. Hopefully, you'll take a look around, like what you see, and hit the subscribe button. If you're returning, thank you so much for joining me again. I'm super happy to have you and appreciate all of the love and the support. If you don't know how this works, this is a general reading, which means everything won't resonate. Please take only what resonates. Leave the rest for somebody else, and understand that everything is not always going to hit, okay? Sometimes the message is not for you, and that's okay. In addition, roles are interchangeable and energy is fluid. Place yourself where you see fit in the story, okay? So let's get into it. I'm gonna pull the energy for you first, Aries, to see how you're feeling right now, and then we'll pull for the person on your mind or energies around you, okay? So let's get into it. I call my spirit guides, divine, all of the archangels to guide and protect me and assist me with delivering this message to the collective as best and clearly as possible. I hope you guys are feeling better now that we are heading out of all of these retrogrades. I know it's been rough for me, like, to say the least. Anywho, don't judge me. Yes, I do that. Spirit, please give me the energy for Aries and love right now. How's Aries feeling and thinking? Please give me the energy for Aries and love right now. How's Aries feeling and thinking? Well, okay. All right. So the first card out was the Three of Cups. And then we do have the Five of Cups. And the Nine of Wands jumped out. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. So I'm really getting this strong energy, Aries, that you've been doing a lot. With the Nine of Wands here, I feel like you're tired. And with the Hermit at the bottom of the deck, I feel like the advice here is to take some time for yourself. You may have been doing too much with too many people. It could be that you're working too much. It could be that you're just maybe hanging out too much, okay? And you need a minute to give yourself some love. Give yourself some TLC, okay? If you have been in isolation for a while and you haven't been engaging with like the people you love, with friends, then this is a sign to do that, to make some time for you to enjoy your life. I feel like you've been working really hard at something and really haven't had much time to like get out and have a good time, you know, just kind of like let loose, take your mind off of the mundane things or just like the everyday routine, the process. And for those of you who it has been the opposite, where you've been doing that, then Spirit is saying that this may be a time where you're like wanting to retreat, wanting to pull away and spend some time on your own. The Five of Cups I'm interested in though, because I feel like there is, with the Five of Cups, with the Five of Cups, I feel like you are mourning something, like you're disappointed over something, because the Five of Cups is that. It's grieving some sort of loss. And the Nine of Wands is like, look, you've been through a lot recently. So I want to say either in friendship, this could be in friendship as well, right? Or even with family, right? You were disappointed in something. Tell me about the Five of Cups here for Aries. Why is the Five of Cups here for the way Aries is feeling in love? Thank you. Yeah, the Four of Cups. So there may have been like an opportunity or something that you thought should have been yours. And I feel like you might be feeling sad over the fact that you may not have gotten that opportunity, whatever that was, right? I feel like you might be like overthinking something, whether that be a connection with somebody or your mind is preoccupied on something that you want to accomplish. And again, you might be feeling down because it didn't pan out the way that you may have wanted it to. Yeah, Ten of Wands came out, and it did come out slightly in the reverse. So this tells me, Aries, that you have got a lot on your plate, and there's just Yeah, I feel like for the majority of you, Spirit is really saying, look, it's time for you to take a break. It's time for you to take a breather. You're doing too much. There's too much on your plate. And it's like you're burning the candle at both ends. So Spirit is saying Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. There's a need to find balance, right? And I think that that's been like the theme lately, is finding that work-life balance that I've had in the prior readings that I did the other day. I feel like that was something that kept coming up, right? Again, healthy work-life balance. So it's like you can't, you can't find love if you don't make time for love. You can't deepen or strengthen your connections excuse me, if you don't have any time for it. I do feel like some of you may also be thinking about, so yeah, this with the four and the five of cups here, I feel like you did miss out on an opportunity, or like if that opportunity was maybe snatched from you in some way. We'll find out what else is going on. But I do feel like someone here feels rejected. I feel like someone here feels rejected. That might be for one or two of you that maybe feels like you're not being included anymore. Maybe you feel like some sort of an outcast. Like, and this could be when it comes to friendships or, family. You're just not feeling included. I feel like that's a thing here right now. That's what's present, is like not feeling included. But it could also be areas that, again, you have piled so much on your plate that it's like you don't even have time for it. Like you don't have the energy for it. You don't have the space for it. And it could have been an instance where it's like, look, I moved on. For some of you, maybe someone moved on. Maybe, people came together and didn't include you, or someone came together and didn't include you. And that hurt your feelings. You're disappointed in that. Tell me about that Nine of Wands. Yeah, the Judgment. And I feel like Spirit is saying, look, if you're tired, if you're feeling exhausted, if you feel like you are missing out on our opportunities, I feel like it really has a lot to do with the fact that you are not making time for the people that you love. You're not making time for love. You're not making time for yourself even. And so Spirit is really saying, look at the role that you're playing in all of this, okay? And really like, yeah, I feel like the Judgment is like for you to really assess what it is that you desire right now, like what is going to bring you that balance and what is going to bring you that happiness and that peace, and look at where things are not even. Things are just, they're out of balance, okay? Bottom of the deck, I do have the Eight of Pentacles. I'm not going to act crazy to that. I see it. Some of you are just really working too much. And maybe again, one or two of you, this is, maybe you were working toward a promotion or like an opportunity and you didn't get that opportunity. I feel like this may, again, take it as you see fit, and if it doesn't fit, it's not for you. But I feel like some of you, or one person that I'm speaking to directly to here, you missed, there was something you felt rejected, like there was some opportunity or some connection that you weren't able to make, and you're sad over it. And I feel like for many of you, this could have been an opportunity at work or with someone that who you work with. But yeah, I feel like you're so consumed with work and like with your priorities and your money and your success that you don't really have time right now to think about anything else. And I do feel, Aries, like you need to take a break before your body like gives out on you, because I did see the Tower there right now, and I feel like, in this sense, the Tower comes and shakes shit up, and if you don't make the choice to set time aside for yourself, to nurture and love yourself and give yourself the attention that you need by allowing yourself to really enjoy your life and partake with the people that you love, spend time with the people that you love, when you are getting the signs to sit down or to relax or to take a vacation, to take some time off, if you don't listen to that, your body's going to make you listen, okay? Your body, I'm sorry, you guys, hang on, I have to fix this over here. Your body is going to make you sit down, right? It is going to shut down. And so I feel like, you know, with that tower there, you got to be careful with that you don't find yourself in a situation where you're like so depleted that, I don't know, you end up in, God bless you, you end up in the hospital dehydrated or something like that, right? Because you've just been burning the candle at both ends. So like how, I can't even imagine that you have the time for love, you know? You're not loving on yourself. So Spirit, tell me about the person on Aries' mind, or tell me about incoming love for Aries. The Ace of Swords came out in the reverse. Yeah, so I feel like maybe communication that hasn't happened or something that couldn't move forward. Tell me more about the person. Yeah, we got the Ace of Swords and the Death card in the reverse. So something couldn't move forward, something that started, or you missed out. You thought that there was, again, an opportunity for you with someone, and that didn't pan out. Yeah. Tell me more about the situation for Aries and love. Did you see the way that fell out? I don't even know how to take it. I'm going to just, yeah, the Nine of Swords. Many of you are stressed out. Strong air here. So Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Strong air here. You may have strong air in your chart, but or you may be thinking about or dealing with someone who has a lot of air in their chart. But the Nine of Swords is like, man, you know, like I'm stressed out over this thing that couldn't move forward, right? There was a relationship or a partnership, something that I feel like you wanted again, and it's keeping you up. It's causing you, I get the sense of anxiety, right? The Seven of Cups, I feel like there, you know, you may have a lot of options, but you wanted what you wanted. Yeah, see, Nine of Cups, Seven of Cups, Nine of Cups. So, oh my God, my throat. I feel like some of you have something that you want to say and you just can't find you can't find the words. Some of you have a blockage in your throat chakra, because I just can't seem to like clear my throat. And, you know, I was fine before I started reading for you. And I do feel like you've had maybe a lot of little interruptions recently, because in all honesty, I went to do your reading last night and I started to record. And I had to re-record over and over again because I started and I realized that I wasn't recording, or somebody came knocking. Like I had a lot of weird interruptions where I was just like, I'm not doing this today. I'll come back and I'll do it tomorrow. So I feel like you may have experienced like certain setbacks recently, to the point where maybe even if you get started like talking to somebody, it just doesn't go anywhere because maybe you don't have the time. You just have too much on your plate, okay? And maybe you've been feeling really confused with the energy that's around right now, right? You haven't, or rather, the energy that's moving away, that's closing out with the eclipses and all of these retrogrades. You could have felt like just really foggy, really unclear, and a lot of that was influenced by the energy. So the Nine of Cups here says there was something that you wanted, and there is something that you want. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune came out. It did come out like this, so we'll talk about it in both ways. I feel like there's something that's, oh my goodness. It could be that something is not moving forward because you haven't taken the initiative with the Ace of Swords in the reverse. You haven't moved forward on it, again, because you're so consumed with work, or you're so concerned with feeling rejected or feeling isolated, or feeling like you missed out on that specific opportunity. And the Spirit is like, there's something better, right? Because I feel like you didn't expect for things to turn out the way that they expected. You really wanted that, but I feel like there's something better, like, than what you could have imagined, right? So even if that was a specific person or a specific like connection, it's like, again, I say this all the time, love doesn't come in confusion, right? It comes in clarity. And so I feel like if you were in a situation where you just couldn't communicate with someone, you just weren't, oh my goodness. Just a second, my bottle of water is up there. Does it even have water in it? Oh my gosh. Jeez. Ooh. Let me put this over here. sorry, it couldn't move forward, I even lost my train of thought there. Yeah, some of you may want to also, this is just a sidebar, if you haven't been like hydrating yourself, again, taking care of yourself. And I did mention this because I can't make this up. I just mentioned a little while ago, right, that you're so focused on doing so much that you don't realize like you're even dehydrated. You end up in the hospital needing some IV or something like that. God forbid, but this is the kind of energy that I'm picking up. Yeah, so I feel like something started and couldn't continue or didn't continue. Okay? And there might be some sort of an apology or communication that has not come in but is on its way in, and this could be you, Aries. You might be the one needing to take the action and move forward to communicate what you want to someone else. But for those of you who feel like you missed out on an opportunity or like you were rejected, Spirit is saying there's something better. Okay, what couldn't move forward? Clarify the Death card here. I have, oh man, I said I didn't want this to be too long. Clarify the Death card for Aries in love. Okay, 9 of Pentacles and Judgment again. So I feel like if you're feeling like maybe you're considering the thought of like, well, what do I want in a partnership? What do I want in a relationship? Because I just don't see a lot of room here for love. Even though, with the Wheel of Fortune is like, remain flexible, okay? I know we want what we want, but understand that you got to give people a chance, right? Give people a chance to get in, because I feel like there may be some issues here with like allowing people in because you're on guard, okay? But here with the Judgment card is like, look at how, so we got the 9 of Pentacles and we got the 9 of Swords. So I feel like there are times, Aries, where you may find yourself like feeling like you're missing out, like there's no one around, but it's like Spirit is saying, well, how are you contributing to that? You're choosing to give all of your time, attention, effort, okay, love to your work, because the 9 of Pentacles, yes, everything is good, it's luxurious, you've built something for yourself, okay, but what good is any of that if you don't have anybody to share with? So I feel like while like during the day, let's just say, it's funny because I can't help but see that, right? During the day, all is well, right? She's sitting there with a glass of wine, a good book, and in the night, it's like, I can't sleep, because at night you are forced to sit with your thoughts, right? And it's just kind of like, oh wow, I'm hopping into bed alone. Oh wow, like I don't have anyone to give me that comfort, right? Interdependence is a thing. It's okay to need and desire another individual. Like, I truly believe that, everybody needs somebody, regardless of what, how this world makes you believe that like everything is about being independent and that's it, So, oh, sweat, you guys. I think I'm gonna have to pause the video because I gotta go out real quick. But let's see. Clarify the 9 of Cups here for Aries in love. We got the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so I feel like you have somebody on your mind that you may want to offer, may want to give your time to and attention to, and that you desire, right? And that you want to communicate with. I feel like there's somebody who you have an idea of where you're just like, this person kind of has everything that I desire. They check off all the boxes. So I feel like that's something that you're thinking about. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. The 5 of Swords. I feel like there's certain things that you block off with the way that you think, right? You can't think negatively about love. You can't be, holding on to past traumas, right? And that's all you bring up, right? Because that's all that's going to prevent you from moving forward. The 5 of Swords is somebody's in their head, okay, about time, like, oh, maybe it's not the right time, right? I still have so much to do. I still have so much that I want to accomplish. And Spirit is like, well, yes, there's a thing as divine timing, but that's out of your control. Time is an illusion. And so I feel like the Wheel of Fortune comes in and something changes here, okay? Tell me about the Death card. Yeah, the 2 of Pentacles, the dance of change. Something changes. A need to to really fix. You don't want to miss out on another opportunity, because I feel like you are isolating yourself. This is what this is about, Aries, okay? This is like, you have to stop isolating yourself. You have to get out there, okay? You deserve love too, and people deserve to feel and see your love, right? Knight of Wands, go forward. Take action when you want some, because it's like, okay, here's the Emperor. I'm going to end off with that, because this is definitely you at the bottom of the deck. You got a great life, Aries. You're comfortable, okay? But don't get so sucked up with just that, and you miss out on love. You miss out on a good thing. You miss out on a real thing. You miss out on deep connections, on partnerships, okay? Because you are just here stuck in your ways. Like, I'm comfortable, and I don't know that I want to let anybody in, and I don't trust anybody. And so it's having to, Spirit is saying you have to work through those, through those past traumas, through those things that, have you all up in your head, okay? Stop trying to control everything. I feel like that Wheel of Fortune is going to come in, and you're going to be like, oh, wow, I have this person on my mind. I don't want them to, like, I don't want them to slip through my fingers. So I feel like if you don't want that to happen, if you don't want to continue to miss out on opportunities, and I feel like there's something that the universe is bringing in for you, okay? Some sort of a balance. Again, the Hierophant here in the middle, the Justice cards, there's somebody that is on your mind, okay, that is worth, exploring. There's a connection that's worth exploring, and I feel like the universe is bringing that to you, okay, in effort to give you that opportunity, right, for deep commitment. There's someone who could go all the way, who you could go all the way with, right? Justice card, Hierophant, this is commitment, this, an engagement, a solid relationship, a good foundation, like the person is solid. So Aries, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this brought you clarity, direction. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave me a comment below. Give your girl a like. It helps the channel. And hopefully you already hit the subscribe button, okay? I hope to see you here back soon. Send you lots of peace, love, and light.